Today we're talking all things journal ecosystem. I'm going to walk through mine and also help you set up yours. So let's get right into it. This thing is hefty. First things first, what is a journal ecosystem? So from my understanding and my deep TikTok research, no, but for real, a journal ecosystem is kind of like a collection of your journals and like dreaming with God, but also just junk journaling and that you kind of rotate through on a mostly consistent basis. These are the journals that you're using and grabbing for. Maybe it's a gratitude journal, maybe it's like a brain dump, maybe it's just a written journal, maybe it's junk journal. Whatever journals you find yourself using often on a day-to-day, that makes up your little ecosystem. I obviously never heard of this term for the internet, but I've always been someone who has had a lot of journals for a lot of things. My heart and my hope with this video is that it inspires you. Number one, to use what you have. You're gonna see, like, I have some cutesy things, but then I also have some things where it's like I repurposed or upcycled what I already had. If you're gonna get a new one, get a new one. Like, I have a link for this cutie one, which I definitely do recommend. But, and I can send a link for any of these really, or almost any of these, but yeah, anyway, point is, like, use what you have, get something new, but I hope that this inspires you to journal and gives you also ideas of what to journal about instead of, in case you don't want to just like thought dump journal, hopefully this can give you some inspo for what to journal about. So let's begin. I'm going to start with like the bottom and work my way up, I think. But this is my family's little scrapbook. So I don't show photos of my kids online, but I will show you just like, this is the first page for 2025. And then basically every page each page has the month written out somehow and then photos of us. And so I want to continue this for 2026. It just has memories in the making. And that's our little scrapbook monthly journal. Then I have my current junk journal. If you guys want a junk journal flip through or like a full junk journal tour, I have 3 other junk journals that I've completed, but this is my current one and we're almost done. I'm feeling done. This one has been fun, but she is big and I think I said previously that I would use this size again, and I do. I love creating in this size. I think it's so fun. I have a lot of options. It's very like, yeah, just big and bold and feels very me. But with too little space, I feel constrained. With too much space, maybe I feel it's like a little daunting sometimes. I don't know. But anyway, junk journal and scrap journal. These are both moleskin and they're both the B5 size, larger sizes. Okay, then I have these 2, which are the same size. So 2 moleskins, same size. And then these 2 babies are the same size. And something like things like that, like matching things, just scratch a nice part of my brain. I just love it. These are from Five Below. My mom actually gave me these. They came in a pack of 5, and I really like these journals. I don't know what exactly they're called because, like I said, she just opened up the pack and gave me 2 of them. She asked me which ones I wanted. This one came just like this, and I was like, I love it. And then this one, I added like a little button and some stickers, and then this washi too. But anyway, Five Below is an unexpectedly good place for stationery supplies and journals and things like that. So this first one is my Jesus journal. So I've got like notes and prayers and some scraps too. I write a lot in this journal. I have like, I have taped in like notes from friends, like encouraging words or affirmations, Bible verses. Some of it are old. Some of these like scraps are really old from like 2012, my YWAM days, and some of them are new. And so anyway, I started this journal last year. Let me show you this page. This page is so pretty. I started this journal last year and I wanted kind of like a creative place to create with the Lord. And so that's what this journal is. And then this journal also started last year. But this journal's a little sad. This is my reading journal. It's so cute. It's so cute on the outside. And it's cute on the inside too, but I didn't honestly use it as much as I thought I would. So I have like my reading goals, and I will say my reading goal for last year was to read 25 books, and I surpassed my reading goal taking into account that I listened to some of them, but not a lot of them because I still don't know how I feel about that. But anyway, I did listen to some, but I have my reading log and then I have like my star ratings, and then I started writing reviews for books and then I never finished. So I don't think that that's how I'm going to use this journal this year, because I do think that I want to keep a smaller reading log potentially in a different journal. So I think I don't know yet. Let me know your opinion. Honestly, let me know your thoughts. But I think that I'm going to rip out the pages of this journal and then use this as maybe morning pages, because that's something that I did in the past and really, really loved and enjoyed. I don't do it right now, but I've done it in previous seasons and have really found that to be helpful. Then this journal is just my like personal writing journal. I don't show this a ton because this is just written thoughts. And I will say, so like things like this used to scare me because I was like, oh, I can't be too honest or too personal in a written journal, because what if my kids read it one day and like, what if they, I don't know, like what if I mess them up somehow by like writing my opinions or my thoughts or like how I'm actually feeling. But honestly, I've since gotten over that, because I realized that I want them to know me as a whole person, and I want them to know that I ebbed and flowed. And if they ever, and when, not if they ever, but when they do, when they go through ebbs and flows of life, I want them to know mom also ebbed and flowed, and no one is perfect, and being a grown-up is hard. So this is not all like a doom and gloom journal. It's very cute, right? It's not doom and gloom, but there are some like real things, but also some just whatever, just life. And I feel like this type of journaling, just regular thoughts journaling, is probably the hardest for people. I know for me, the reason I got into junk journaling, I've shared this before on this channel, but the reason I got into junk journaling in the first place was because I literally was in a season where I had no words. I felt so down and sad and depressed in that time of life. And I have no words. And so, and I'm very used to having words. I love to talk. I love to write. I love to think and process. And in that season, I was numb. It was sad. And I didn't have words. And so junk journaling gave me a way to process and also just connect with myself without having a lot of words to say. And I just got to create and like use that side of my brain, which was dormant, honestly, for a while, because I think, I don't really know why, but one potential is like just go mom mode. I had my mom hat on. I was just very like, this is my role. And for several years, it was just kind of like, this is my role and nothing else matters. like And well, my kids, don't get it twisted, they are number one priority, and nothing else apart from my family, like my husband, my kids, this hub, this is top right under God. But you know what I mean? They are top. However, I did neglect like a lot of other parts of me, which are so essential and important for moving forward in life in general as they grow and all the things. So I'm gonna get off my soapbox because I'm getting a little off topic. But the point is that I picked this back up in this last year in 2025, just writing because I have words again, and I'm grateful for that. So yes, and then my favorite two journals, honestly. Like, I love these so much. This whole stack is awesome and wonderful, and I do reference these weekly for sure. Like all of those, well, apart from our reading girl, but most of these, I'm in these, you know? I'm in these, but these two, these are my newest two, and I am in these the most through the winter months. I got this one in October, and then I found this, I thrifted this. So, okay. Blah, 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 blah. Start again. I got this one on Amazon in October. I will link it below because honestly, let me tell you guys a little secret. I'm future proofing for the life that I think is coming one day. And so I started a Shop My. And so I'm going to link this in my Shop My down below for you. If you want to use the link, I'll get a small commission if you want to use the link. Don't use the link if you don't need a new journal though. But if you do, they have other colors, and this little charm didn't come with it. But anyway, I got this in October. Love her. It's a little like traveler's notebook, Louise Carmen notebook dupe, Paper Republic dupe, but it is a good dupe. It is genuine leather I'm like 99% positive it's genuine leather. It's nice and like worn, and this goes with me pretty much everywhere. And at first, really replaced my phone. Like I found myself just note-taking, doodling, thought dumping, looking at, writing gratitude lists, just like enjoying and embracing this instead of my phone in the little 5-10 minute lulls in the car line at school or in the drive-thru or whatever. I have loved this in the car, but then I also love it and I keep it at home as well. Obviously, use it at home. We'll go through this in a second. But then this one, I thrifted in December, and I almost left behind. I almost left this cutie behind because I thought to myself, girl, you have a lot of journals. But then I was like, no, I can't leave her. I can't. I mean, can you even? It was $2.99, although I speculate that it was 50% off. Oh, I have a little ode to little me on my first birthday. Anyway, I love this thing. I very much am on journal TikTok. I have been for over a year now. And so I've seen the girlies with their Filofaxes, and I never was tempted to buy one because I'm just, don't need it. But yeah, this one, I mean, I'm grateful. This is also a reminder, don't sleep on the stationery section at the thrift store. So, okay, I'm gonna get to both of these, but this one I pretty much have just been using in very random ways. So at first I have like a lot of little like special stickers, sticky notes, and special little mementos in here. I did a little junk journal entry spread, and then just my favorite quote from last year and this year: how we spend our days is how we spend our lives. Got a little Bible verse and some, I don't know, kind of just little like scraps and reminders, things that I want to keep at the forefront of my brain. And then honestly, I've been using this a lot for my TikTok stuff. So journal prompts, I've been sharing journal prompts throughout January, and I've been writing them in here. I'm not logging my answers in here. I'm actually logging my answers in here, which is a little counterproductive, but I'm doing it for the sake of the video. I feel like I like having this journal as honestly, it's like a recognizable moment. I'm also putting my ideas in here but also encouragements. So it's kind of giving commonplace because it's a little bit of everything. And honestly, for my brain, newly as in last fall, diagnosed with ADHD, and girl, it makes sense why I do the things that I do now. But anyway, point being is that like a commonplace notebook or even a journal ecosystem, like just so many different options, really works for me. I know some people, especially probably like potentially more type A, it might send you into a spiral, so many options and things, but I'm already type B and then just a little bit scattered and all over the place. So anyway, having a lot of options, I love it. So yeah, this is still like under in progress, but I also love, okay, so since it's like a journal style, or like not journal style, it's a binder style. So you just literally can open her up and then switch it up. And I love that. I love that I'm not married to, like, I love that I'm not married to, or like there's freedom in this journal. Like I don't have to commit to one style of journaling. I can rotate through and change it up. I mean, I really love this thing. A similar vein and a similar tone, probably my number one journal, as cute as this one is. This is probably my number one because it just feels really special. I love this thing. Oh, got papers falling out. Things I want to add in. I started this notebook with my gratitude journal, which honestly is the highlight of my days. I write little reflections, just small little notes of gratitude, but I'm big on counting the fruit, looking at the good, finding the beauty in your everyday life. I've been this way since before I had language for it. And now that I have language for it, I fully embrace it. And that is just, it's really important to me to be grateful and have gratitude at the forefront of my mind and have a healthy perspective, not toxic positivity, but just healthy perspective and grateful heart. So count it all joy. We've got our gratitude journal. Then this, I need to honestly take these stickers off because this is not a brain dump anymore. This is a second commonplace for sure. Similar to this, but in here, I've got ideas in here. I've got lists in here. I've got encouragements in here. I've got quotes in here. Oh my goodness. This is a quote I'm going to share eventually online, like online on social media, on the other platforms or whatever. This is one of my favorite quotes in life. And I think that I want to start writing my favorite quotes in this section as well. So that's why, again, honestly, I got to rework this cover because it's not giving what it needs to give for the journal that this is. But anyway, let me read you this quote. I think everything in life is art. What you do, how you dress, the way you love someone, and how you talk. Your smile and your personality, what you believe in, and all your dreams. The way you drink your tea, how you decorate your home or party or grocery list, the food you make, how your writing looks, and the way you feel. Life is art. I've loved that quote. I remember writing that quote on like an Instagram post back in the day, like probably like 2016, 2017, the aesthetic Instagram era, probably like with coffee or something. But I literally remember writing that quote as the caption, and so many people being like, oh, that's, you know, not tea, but oh, you're deep or whatever. I mean, I quoted the person who, you know, anyway, I just love that quote. And I don't care if it's overly whatever. Anyway, I need to stay on track. We're almost done here, girls, okay? This little journal came with a little bifold, or I don't know, a little pocket, whatever you call these. I don't know, a journal pocket. So I keep some colored pencils in here. I honestly haven't grabbed for these a ton, but I like that they're in here just in case. And then this last journal is kind of like a doodle journal. I might also use this eventually as like a junk journal-esque vibe. I'm not sure. I also keep my little reading tabs in here, and then the other side of the bifold is in here. And then I have a little card. I drew this in 2003 or what year? I don't even know. I don't know, but my mom had saved it and then she gave it to me. And so I just added it in there. It says, God bless us. So cute. So anyway, this is my journal. And I love these two so much because I feel like I love the freedom that I have. I can switch things up. I'm excited for the day when I get to like replace these and add new ones in, because I already kind of have some ideas of new ways I want to use this journal. And yeah, even one day, honestly, I'm not gonna lie, probably my last journal that I'll add to this current ecosystem, I would love a bigger size one of these, like eventually. I'm not in a rush at all by any means, but I think that when I finish this thought dump journal, or like just standard journal, I would love to, and I have quite a ways to go, but I would love to get a larger Louise Carmen dupe or something of that effect, so that I can keep my like thought journal with a gratitude journal and maybe some other things, and then make this just like a pocket notebook for ideas and on the go. Clearly, I've wrapped, and so you can tell that I love an ecosystem. I love a journal. I love a moment like this. I feel like it is not bad that this is trending. This is my take personally. People might get like annoyed that like the analog life and whimsical life and journal TikTok and journal ecosystem is all trending. It is trending right now, and I could not be happier. I think that we should all be inspired and encouraged towards things that get us off of our phones and our screens. And obviously, yes, it's ironic. And I feel like I'm going to be a walking irony in 2026 because I have so many things I want to share online, and so many ways I want to show up online. But all of it is in hopes to inspire, because I personally have been so inspired by so much of what I saw online, and it cut my doom scrolling in half. Now, inevitably, I'm still going to scroll from time to time, right? Like, we're human. It's part of our life. It's pretty inevitable unless we like break up with our phones entirely and get a dumb phone or something. But for as long as we have smartphones, and I'm grateful for technology, I love finding inspiring people. And so anyway, for me, I'm like, I hope that I can inspire people towards some like slightly more analog way of life, and enjoying writing and doodling and gratitude journaling and having a prayer journal and like dreaming with God, but also just junk journaling and being creative and not feeling pressure or anything, you know? I feel like there's very little harm. What's that sound that's like, yeah, I am obsessed with it, and this is not an obsession that's hurting anyone. Like, I feel like that is how I feel. And that's just my case. Again, for you, my friend on the other side of the screen, my hope is that you grab that journal today. Like, either head off to the store, go to Amazon if you need to, or find it in your room, your cabinet, your house, your office, your desk, whatever. Get what you need to get and start going, okay? I have a few prompts that I've been sharing over on TikTok. I will link them or like list them in the description to get your brain jogged, or just go to Pinterest and type in like journal prompts or whatever. Start with a junk journal. Start with a page of a junk journal. Start with, if you don't have the words, right? If you do have the words, maybe do a gratitude list. Write your hopes, write your dreams, write your visions, your goals for the new year, or your prayers. Write what you're afraid of, write what you're hopeful for. I don't know, there's so many different avenues, and I know it can be hard and overwhelming and daunting, but again, just like take one small avenue, whatever piques your interest the most, and run with that, and start there, and watch the snowball effect just snowball, and watch your life change. Like, seriously, watch your life open up in a whole new landscape where you have excitement and vision and hope and just a new level of joy. Because if you clicked on this video, let's be for real, you're a creative, crafty girl. You are. If you're watching this still, girl, 30 minutes in nearly, you a creative, crafty soul. I know it. And so, yeah, you got this. Happy New Year. Let's go. Let's go, girl. I'll see you in the next one. See you next week. All right, bye.